Hello, this is Spidey 1958. Excuse me, and welcome to my Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker episode 44, I believe. Okay. Let's go ahead and form up our party here. And had it. Ooh, an owlbear. Is this a normal owlbear or is this a... That's a normal owlbear. Now several people have made comments, or not several people, someone made comments about why do I not throw more spells and that. And there are reasons for that. Why do I spend so much time healing in combat? And you're right, I spend a lot of time healing in combat. But that's because my main's a fighter, so I tend to be fighter-centric, which is a flaw myself. I tend to be fighter-centric. And spells run out quickly when you have as many combats as it is. Now, I will try to do more spells in that, because it's probably getting to the point that I need to do more spells because the various creatures are getting bigger. Part of it has to do with initiative. If you're going to have a lot of people don't like improved initiative, but if you're going to have a party that's dependent on spellcasters debuffing, since it is real hard in this game to only get the bad guys and not get your good guys with area effects. That's one of the main reasons I don't do spells so much. Now, I can do holds and have everyone hold, and we'll try doing that here and try doing some spells, but I will see if there are the issues I think are going to be with it. So let's go ahead and do a hold. That's going to have everybody hold their positions. And then we will have, so let's see, see, I can't use lightning bolt because that's going to get my own party, but that's a spell choice on my part. But I only have limited spells, and I didn't actually pick out spells for doing this sort of thing. So let's go to our spell book here. I can do mass and large, but that means that I won't have it for the next fight, which may be better. I think part of it is the same reason I tend to build up potions. I don't like not having the resources when I need them later, so I quite often don't use them when I probably should. And that is a flaw in the way I play. That is not to say that, you know, that it's wrong to not use your spells all the time. So let's go ahead, and they suggested using the elemental, so let's go ahead and see if we can get an elemental out there to distract Mr. Owlbear. And let's have him go ahead and do a prayer. And we'll go ahead and have him do, let's do his aspect. Now the problem when you put them on hold is they will stand there and let your one member of your party get completely killed and not do anything. So we need to go ahead and have these people go and kill the owlbear. Now I really didn't need all these spells for a single owlbear. I was doing that as a demonstration. Now I didn't say clear it all in cure at all in combat, and Valerie basically got almost dead. So now I'm going to have to use, and the other reason I use the channel positive in combat is because it doesn't, anything else is going to involve me getting in combat and causing attacks of opportunity, which means my cleric will quickly die. So they are correct. I shouldn't be throwing cures in combat unless it's necessary, but that doesn't generate attacks of opportunity, and I can only use it for curing. And I try to only use it when it's like all of the parties getting hit hard. So let's go ahead and see what we got for spells here. And to be honest, my spells actually do less. Because I think I'm like 6d6. I do. Let's see. I'm 8th level. So 7. So I do 4d6 plus 2d6 for a magic item. So I'm doing 6d6. So there's no plus on that. So I'm averaging what? 21. So I average 21 to everybody in the party when I throw that. When I throw this, whoops, when I throw, gotta get the right spell. When I throw this, I'm doing 48 plus 8 plus 50%. So the average of that is 16, 26. So it's definitely a higher average, though it cures only one person. And the maxes are about the same. See, that second one cured a lot more. So, but I didn't mean to go off there in tactics and spells and stuff like that. So I'm going to address the issue, and I was explaining the way I do it. Now, because that's the way I do it and I built my party, that does not mean it's the right way, and his point was probably correct. As I get to higher level fights, I'm probably going to have to change my tactics to better use debuff spells and stuff like that. On the other hand, I can't use spells every combat because then I'd be resting all the time. And as you've seen in this game, time goes marching on without you, and when you're resting, since you have to usually hunt and snap because you're not carrying enough food because it's heavy, you're quite often spending an entire day. If you rest it, if you use your spells every combat, which means every 2 or 3 combats you do a rest, you're going to basically be resting a lot. To do this map, that would probably involve resting probably about 6 times. Because you'd have to rest every 2 or 3 encounters, which on pen and paper is perfect because that's about the average number of encounters you have between a rest. So there are some differences because of the sheer number of fights. Now, whether I'm right or wrong, I can't really say. I very well could be wrong about the way I'm doing things. Let me guys know your comments, but I just want to explain why I do it the things I do, way I do, whether it's right or wrong. Okay, and this is another normal owlbear. So I think we'll go ahead and see how we do just fighting auto. So let's see how bad it is. Oh, we got 2 owlbears. Okay, now we definitely want to pause. Now this is a fight where you definitely want to start using spells because there are a lot of them. So we're going to take this slower than I normally do. So we're going to go ahead and do a fireball back here, which will hopefully get those, but not our own party, which I can't guarantee. I'm going to have him go ahead and pop off his other, and we need to switch his weapon back. That's one of the problems. He's using the wrong weapon. Now see here, if I don't heal, 1 or 2 of these fighters are going to fall, and when they fall, the rest of the party is going to be ripped to shreds because they don't have the armor class. So we're going to go ahead and do our area heal because that will heal 2 of them. And I don't have to get within range, and dog fell. And then we're going to have to do another one of these. Now if I had the right spells, yeah, I probably could do a better job than I'm doing. Okay, see, we are probably going to die horribly here. Yep, this is going to be a complete party wipe. I can already tell you that with no hesitations. And that is probably going to kill several members of our party who are already sort of dead. And there we all are dead. So yes, I have to use spells more for combats like that, and you'll be seeing me doing that on this map. Because on this map, the encounters are ridiculously hard. So let's go ahead and go up and kill the lone owlbear up here first. And we'll do that this time with no spells. We will just have everyone run up and hit it. And odds are we won't take any damage at all. And we took a little. See, in that case, with a single opponent, we took less damage. So we need you to throw. You can probably get away with just a first level spell. What to throw? What is this? Yeah, we don't need that. Most of these creatures aren't going to be evil. So let's go ahead and throw one of these. Oop. And there are combats like the Will-O-Wisp where if you don't have the right spells, you're just going to die horribly. Okay. And let's go strip the body. And let's do a quick save so we don't have to do that fight again. Okay. Let's run up here. Also let me know the new audio is better, worse, what you think of it. I'm basically using the same mic, but I'm using a whole new boom setup where the mic's better located and stuff like that. Okay. So let's do a hold. And are they in range for fireball? That creature looks like it is indeed in range for fireball. Okay, now we're going to hold. And we're going to go ahead and throw prayer. And go ahead and throw haste. And we're going to remember to change him to a bow. And we're going to have her run back here, first of all. And then have him run back a little to here. Okay. Now we're going to pause again, because of course that interrupted our spell. So go ahead and do the haste. Go ahead and do the prayer. I think we'll leave him where he is. And we're going to have dog attack and you attack. And dog fell. And then we're going to have you attack and you attack. Okay. So the spells are almost off. Okay. Now you can see here already fallen. Now I don't have any spells that can do much about that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and throw our elemental, which unfortunately takes a long time to summon. We're going to go ahead and send it out here. I don't think I had. Now I could have taken animal summonings, which she has the capability to do, but didn't. So we're going to do this fireball over, we'll do it right here, which is supposed to affect my own party less. We'll see if that actually works. And we're all gonna die again.
Avenge me.
Okay, you need to be doing something more effective than what you're doing.
Won't kill me. I'll survive. I always survive.
Okay, so we're going to have you go back here. You are going to kick off another one of your heals. And you are going to attack there. Okay. You are going to do... We have a clear... We don't have a clear shot. So we're going to have her run to here. And actually she has to run to here. Throw that. Now our other people are getting up because I was able to cure them enough. Okay. And he's going to throw his cure again. And I just killed one of my own people, I'm sure. And once again, throw the cure. And we did actually all survive, which actually surprises me a little there. And we're going to do another cure. Okay, that got most of the people up, so now we're going to switch to spells. I'm probably using higher levels than I need, but... Okay, that pretty much got people up to reasonable levels. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and do a B here and switch out our spells. So those blesses, lots of blesses. This one only affects the user. This one's a target spell. I think that's okay. Here low. Do we have any debuff spells? Not really. I mean, I could take... So we can pre-heal someone with that. Those don't really... None of those really are going to help much. Here we have our prayers. Our remove blindness isn't really necessary. And our dispel magic isn't. So let's take a searing light. And then we'll take 2 monster summoning. Let's take an animate dead. People have been asking me to do animate dead. We will take an animate dead. Doesn't really fit the character, but we will go ahead and take one. 4th level. That's good if I was going to go hand-to-hand combat, which I'm not. I could poison the creatures. So we could go with poison. That would be a debuff spell. Again, not something this character would probably do. So what's better? A monster summoning 3. Which lasts 1 round per level. 1 round per level. I haven't seen a lot from the elementals. Let's go ahead and do monster summoning. Let's go ahead and do 1 poison. Hold it. There's another option here. So this is a one-time spell, not really that great. So we'll go ahead and try poison. Okay. And let's go here. So we've got enlarge. We have to use enlarge, reduce, or hurricane bow. She could use hurricane bow. What does that do for her? So to increase her damage slightly. Mage armor we want to keep. We want to keep the one shield spell. That's a touch attack. We don't want that. That's a touch attack. We want range touch because that uses... Okay, so Snowball would use our sneak attack. So let's go ahead and instead of magic missiles, let's see if Snowball does us a little better. Because the range touch attack can use the sneak. So go here. Now if we want to missile someone we could web, but the problem is most of the creatures have a high enough strength that doesn't work so well. This is a range touch. Scorching, so this does 2D, but does expending damage, while this gets multiple targets. So let's go ahead and swap out the acid for the fire. And we'll go ahead and keep this small summon elemental. I don't think it's a very good spell, but we'll... So what do we got here? We got protection from arrows communal, which I'm tempted to get. Hold person, which doesn't really work on the monsters we're likely to fight. And can't use vampiric touch. Even though she knows it, she can't use it because it's an opposition school. Apparently you can learn spells on the click thing even though you can't throw them. So protections from arrows, hold person, fireballs. We'll stick with what we... Now let's take some extra haste. I think the haste is more useful. 4th level spell. We got Ingrated Visibility and Controlled, Fireball, and Mass Enlarge. I'm okay. I think those are good spells. For you, you never actually pump up your so Entangle. That has the same problem with Web. So we'll give you that so you can summon extra health to take damage. And here, hold animal might work. Actually, let's take Chameleon Strike, because I think that would technically make all his attacks sneak attack to anything that's not nearby, which could be useful. Okay, that's all our spellcasters. So let's go ahead and, well, we need to strip these bodies and make camp. See if we can make camp up here. Let's go ahead and begin resting. That's what I wanted to say. Blah. But yeah, I think for the playthrough, I am decided I'm going to do, once the game releases, I will do a playthrough. And I will do it with a caster, and I will do it on core rules to see just how bad it is. And that. I'm hoping caster will force me to do better on spells and that. And we didn't get the bonus, but we did get our hiding, so we should have less chance of an encounter. But we were attacked 5 hours after we rested. By a single owlbear, who appears in the middle of the camp. This is not going to be fun. Apparently, because no one was on watch at that point, you need to, like, get out of there. Yeah. That's the problem with resting sometimes, is you wind up getting messed up. And of course we'd used all our spells to heal everyone up beforehand, which is the way the game works. You can turn that off, but... Okay. So let's try resting again. See if it's just this map, or sometimes you can rest on a map, but it's got a much higher chance of having an encounter. So we'll see. It looks like this time we were able to camp successfully. Yep, we successfully camped. So let's go ahead and do a quick save. Oops. Grab everybody back up. Okay, it's a greater warg, so this could be... We don't know how many it is, though. I'm only seeing one. But I'm going to go ahead, since I have so many bless spells, I'm going to just auto-send bless. And I forgot I need to change out her actual... And let's go ahead and summon... Oh, do we care which one? I'm partial to fire. There were 2. 3. Okay. So now we need to do more stuff. So you're going to throw your haste. And you're going to up your spell that you were throwing to a full blast. And you're going to go ahead and summon your creature. Okay. Okay. So we're going to have you switch. We need to replace that with snowballs. We're going to throw a snowball at this one. And you're going to go ahead and throw your chameleon. And let's go ahead and summon our undead army. Okay. Wow, that is a lot of undead. I think that's the most effective summon spell I've seen yet.
Training pays off.
And let's have you do your area cure. Which cured the undead, which isn't supposed to happen. So that is the most effective spell I've seen yet for summons. Summoning undead is like, compared to the other summons, it is way overpowered. But it is technically an evil spell. But we got through that fight without any issues. So as always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or comment. And if you disliked the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine. But please leave a comment saying why you disliked it. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming.